Good people, good people, good people, good people. Whoa. What going on? This your boy Alson West J Media, aka Two Sexy Bigs. And you know I'm joined by the best team in the country, one of the most professional women on earth. He's the head of the gospel department here at Alson West J Media. We got my homie Swag Girl.
Hey,
And down below,
Not gospel.
down below, because you know she love to be on the knee. COCO!
Anyway, it's the beautiful one and
she
only
is a praying woman.
COCO.
Yeah.
You know,
She is a praying woman. That's what they say.
I am.
We do have the love of COCO.
Yes.
We got Adrian,
And
aka
everything I
Swagger
do
Girl.
is great. On my
We
knees
can't,
or on my
we
feet.
can't, we can't overtalk each other. Let me finish my introduction, and then y'all can take over the show as usual. Okay. Tonight is a very special night. Okay. Tonight is show number 240.
Oh, yay!
You know what I'm saying? I thank you guys for being a part of a lovely accomplishment. We're 10 shows away from 250. We call it a QP in the hood. Yeah, so tonight we got a lot of shit to talk about. There's a lot of shit, a lot of controversy been going on since Tuesday show.
Man.
A lot of controversy. Now, Adrian,
Yes.
I know you got a lot of testing in the gossip department. But you know, our first segment is called COCO World, or what COCO mad about. Let's go and get COCO out the way.
Okay.
Let her talk.
Let's go, COCO.
What you're not gonna do is get me out the way, sir.
Get her out the way. And she's glowing. She got a smile on her face. You see that?
Yeah. How was that date on Tuesday?
I didn't want to say that, but I think somebody got lucky.
She didn't go.
Yes, sir. She popped the cherry.
Biggs, will you stop?
Did you finish or is you done? I'm trying to tell you, I actually didn't even go.
You
What?
did?
I didn't go.
Why?
It's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing.
Why you
Why?
change? Because of the rain?
Huh?
Because of the rain?
It's the weather. It was just too much going on, and I ain't go.
They're older, huh?
If you say so. Niggas love my odor though. It kind of attract them to me. I mean, at least I've been told. So you know.
Yeah, I mean, every woman had a distinctive odor. You know what I'm saying? The skunks, the deals. You know.
Well, let's call it a scent, not an odor.
Skunks reproduce too. So obviously somebody loving them skunks.
These niggas loving fish out here. I heard
they love it all kind of ways. You know, it's somebody for everybody.
So the lovely COCO, you didn't go out on a date. So that's why you've been cussing me out already, because you're still bagged up. So what are we talking about first?
I can't stand you. So the first thing I want to talk about is the Dave Chappelle situation. Have y'all watched his special?
Instant classic.
So I'm a late bloomer on the whole Dave Chappelle comedy specials. I know I watched the last one he had on Netflix.
Have you seen this one?
A couple years. Yeah, I literally just watched it today because I saw they were complaining. They mad about it. They complaining. They trying to get it shut down. So I'm like, let me go watch it before they take it down. It made me go back and watch all his little specials or whatever, because like he is funny and I love it because he's real. He's talking about real shit. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like the topics he's talking about real topics, and to me it's kind of like it forces you to have to kind of look at stuff, the reality of certain situations, but at the same time he's making humor out of it. You know, something that I feel like our ancestors and a lot of us in our community have had to do most of our lives. Like, we take our rough situations sometimes and we take the unfortunate situations and we have to learn to laugh about it sometimes to make it through. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's what he does with his comedy. And once again, like one of the things he said that I think at first struck a nerve with some people when he made the joke about the baby and how it's basically okay to kill a nigga, you know what I'm saying, but you can't hurt a gay person's feelings. And that's true, you know what I'm saying? Because basically it's true. Yeah, it's like they weren't trying to ban the baby regardless if it was self-defense, whatever. They still weren't trying to ban him or anything because of that. But or any of these rappers or anybody who might have a murder charge or charged with some kind of violent crime or anything like that, like they're not gonna ban them for that. You know what I'm saying? It's like more power to them. But as soon as they say something and offend the LGBT community, it's kind of like, oh, you need to lose everything. You know what I'm saying? Like ban him from the world, because he's did the most horrendous thing ever by offending gay people, right?
Didn't the baby just do that?
Yeah, that's what he was talking about.
That's what he was saying. He was saying like they didn't ban the baby for his murder charge, but y'all want to ban him for offending gay people. So this so I was reading. It's two things. An article I read that I want to speak on. So it was an article on it's called the Deadline. I don't know if y'all heard of that before. Deadline, and the writer was Dominic Patton. But anyway, they were mad at him because one thing that Dave Chappelle said in his special was he was talking about how the writer of Harry Potter had mentioned that gender is a fact, and Dave Chappelle agreed. So isn't it though? When we born, ain't it gender when you born male and female?
Yeah.
So why? So like it's kind of like they mad at him because he's saying that gender is a fact, and he made a joke saying that all human it's a fact that all people have to come through a woman's legs in order to be born, right?
Yeah.
So this writer in this article gonna try to dispute that and say something like 1/3 births in America or 1/3 births are by C-section. Like, I guess trying to dispute that all babies don't come out of women's legs. And it's kind of like, you sound stupid. Babies are still coming from women at the end of the day. Just because you ain't coming through the vagina, you're still coming out of a female. A man cannot birth a child.
They're trying to push gender fluidity.
Yeah, and then they got mad because Dave Chappelle said that transgender vagina is not genitalia. It's not really what it is. Like, it's not real vagina. Is that not
y'all have a chance to go see it? When he compared a transgender vagina to, will have you pissing on yourself. Trust me, it's very funny.
But it is. But I'm saying so. But I'm asking you, Adrian, do you think that is the same? An artificial vagina is the same as a real vagina, or transgender's vagina? Is it the same? Okay, so that's what I'm saying. It's like everything he's saying is true, but they get mad about the truth. And my thing is kind of like what was I was going with it. The producer or writer of the Dear White People on Netflix, she was mad too. She got mad at Dave Chappelle and about the comment he made about saying that they're not real women. Is that not the truth too? You see what I'm saying? Like, it's like they're mad about things that aren't like, y'all aren't real women. Like, at the end of the day, I can respect you and I can acknowledge you for what you choose to be referenced as. If you say refer to you as a woman, I can refer to you as a woman and I can say she, her, all of that. But at the end of the day, you can't make me live your life. You know what I'm saying? And you can't make me say that you are a authentic, true, genuine woman. You see what I'm saying? He made a comment about Caitlyn Jenner being named woman. What was her title?
Of the year.
Yeah, woman of the year.
And it's like, really?
Yeah, and
she's not a woman.
He was saying that women, if he was a woman, he would be offended. Which, I am a woman. I was born a woman. And this is to the lady Jocelyn Moore, whoever. Like, I am a woman, and I am offended by that because to me, like, how can a transgender person have woman of the year? She's not a woman. You overlook all these billions of women in the world to give this title to somebody who just became a woman a couple years ago. You know what I'm saying? And then it's kind of like all the shit we've been through as women and had to go through as women and still going through as real, genuine, authentic women. Right. It's like you overlook all of us and you give somebody who just became a woman this title. And so for this lady, and I guess she may be transgender. I don't know if she's transgender or she's LGBTQ or whatever. But even for her to be offended by it, it's kind of like they getting offended by something. And to me, I feel like it's more so their insecurities. You see what I'm saying? Because you don't feel, you know that you're living a lie. you know that you ain't who you are changing yourself to be. And I feel like you're projecting those insecurities on everybody else who state facts, people who say things that are true. Again, I have nothing against the LGBT community. I have nothing against transgender women and men, whatever. But at the end of the day, I'm not gonna. I mean, the truth is the truth. You know, the truth. Like, we were born male, female. You know, there are people, like everybody. I feel like you were created to be a man or
I got a
woman.
solution. I got a solution. We need to call transgenders hybrids.
Look, I'm almost over them. I'm almost over it, because now it's like they're fighting too hard to fit in a place that was never created for them anyway. And now you're trying to push women out the way who are real women. You're trying to push men out the way who are real men. Like she said, to put on us your ways of your living. If you want to be whatever you want to be, fine, be that. But don't fucking get pissed at me because of how I want to interact or how I want to think. And at the end of the day, I have nothing against that community either. I have gay friends. I have a gay aunt. I got gay relatives. I know a couple transgender people. I love them. As far as a woman, a gay man is the best friend you could want to have, because it's no competition. And really, he's idolizing a woman. Why? Because he wants to be just like us. He don't want no pussy. So you ain't got to worry about him nagging you to fuck for that. So they're great as friends. But what I'm not liking is how they're trying to control the environment. You already started with Lil Nas X. He done flip-flopping back and forth in the last few days of now he ain't gay, he want pussy, now he back gay again. I put up a story, Playboy magazine, how they put their first full-fledged gay man on the cover. And that was like the longest debate on there. And people are so quick to jump off the subject and turn sensitive. And then somebody told me I need to do my research. First of all, in knowing Hugh Hefner, anything about Playboy, everyone knows that was like the first sexual magazine your dad had in the bathroom, the garage, in his car somewhere he snuck off. Your straight dad that wanted to look at women. He didn't want to look at transgenders. He didn't want to look at a man. He didn't. So now you're getting ready to take somewhere that a man can go and look at a magazine. You're going to force him to look at a man that's in a woman's magazine. Y'all don't put black people in white people's magazines and feel no kind of way about it. Y'all don't go around here and as white as black people want to be, you're still going to end up calling them what? A nigga at the end of the damn day, no matter how much they do. But the thing with that whole cover is, for me, gay people, y'all run the world. Y'all cut the checks. Y'all are executives at the top. You mean to tell me of everything that y'all run and ruin, y'all couldn't create and cannot create your own life?
Dang.
They hate
you ain't saying how that you ain't cash out, Paul.
we ain't getting any cash out.
So. Oh, there we go. That was me.
Yeah.
So they can't create their own lane. Like, how about Gay Boy? Leave Playboy alone. That's been around since 1960.
How about fruitcake?
How about anything but Playboy? Anything like stop taking over people's shit that has already been established. If you want to not be who you are and be something else, create something else. Create another magazine. That's it. And so I'm like, and he like, do your research on Hugh Hefner. Oh, the man who put a 10-year-old naked Brooke Shields on the cover of Playboy, a child, just like this 15-year-old that wants to sue Bill Cosby in a civil suit, talking about he did something to her at the Playboy Mansion at 15. What was you even fucking doing at the Playboy Mansion? So I'm sick of these people imposing their lifestyles and what they want to do on others as though it's our responsibility to accept their decision. I wasn't there to help you make that decision. I can feel how I want to feel. So I'm starting to get sick of this and them. It's like we got enough real shit to worry about other than what you sexually want to be. Go do what you want to do. Leave me and my opinion alone and stay in your own lane. And if we're not allowed to have an opinion, then stop stepping into our world. And we won't. Right. Go create your own magazine. I ain't never got to see you and be none to the wise.
You know what? And it's good. I'm glad you said that, because that's my thing too. Dave Chappelle is not new. His comedy, that's just like with any comedian or you know what most of their jokes are about. You know what they talk about. The truth is
always told in a joke. It always has been.
But my thing is, for people in the LGBT community, if you're gonna be offended by what he. Why are you tuning in?
watching
Why are you even watching it? It's like people were saying, you tuning in looking for some shit to complain about. You looking for some shit to be mad about, to ban somebody about, because you trying to change the minds of everybody and make this world kind of revolve around you and your agenda, or what you want to be pushed or put out in the world, so you can feel comfortable. You know what I'm saying? And like one of the points he was making when he was saying, like, basically, his thing was, he has nothing against the community, right? Has nothing against the gay community. He his whole thing though is he wants, like, everybody, we all have a struggle, and he just want our people, meaning I guess the black race, you know, to get the same respect. He was basically saying how, you know, hey George Peach, he was saying how we've been fighting for our rights and fighting for shit for years, for centuries and decades, whatever, and we still going through it, but they've made, like, the LGBTQ community has made strides over, you know, just a couple
of
years.
Y'all get mad over Black Lives Matters pain.
But listen, one thing that the lady the Dear White People lady wrote down, she got mad because he had a friend. Did you hear about his friend who committed suicide? It was a transgender guy. He's a woman. He was a woman. And when Dave Chappelle referenced it and was like, he had a friend, she tried to throw that up like she was offended by him saying, or him trying to use his friend. How is that any different from when white people are accused of racism, saying, I have a black friend? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not. It's no different. So that's my thing. Just kind of, and I'm like, she's her and the writer of that article I wrote, I'm like, both of them are hypocrites. Like, basically, you are the people that he's talking about. You're proving his point. So with that, yeah, I'm like over it. Like I say, I don't have anything against anybody. I love everybody, but at the same time, it's kind of like, you can't stop trying to make this world look one particular way. God made us all different. So, like, just respect the differences. Like, we have to learn to love each other's differences. Like, learn to laugh, have fun. If you don't find the shit funny, don't tune in. Don't pay no attention. Stay in your lane and go in the direction of life that makes you happy. You know, stop trying to go. If this direction is what you happy with, quit coming over here, coming this way, trying to tell people what to do and make them go in your direction. Like, that, I'm sick of. That's what I'm sick of.
Wow. That was interesting. Shout out to Dave Chappelle. If you haven't had a chance to see it,
it's so good.
It's so good.
You gotta watch it.
But listen, Dave Chappelle make grown folk comedy now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Up next, we got Cat Williams. He gonna be the next one to coming out. Cat Williams dropping thing at the beginning of the next month. So let's wait on Cat Williams, because we don't get them like we used to with the comedy specials. And I think it's a refreshing to add what's going on in the world in a comedic form. The way it's easily digested. It's supposed to be easily digested for everyone. And I think the only way, like Dave Chappelle said, that treat everyone like humans and we won't have no issues.
Right.
The thing about it is, I'm not forcing my blackness on you. Don't force your whatever you doing on me. You know what I'm saying? Right. And so it's like, you know, I feel like it's forced. Like, if you want to be accepted, you don't have to force it. You know what I mean? I think that was one of the issues with segregation back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Was they forced people to come together. You know what I mean? And when things happen more organically, the connection is always better.
Right, right. Okay, Big. Okay.
Yeah. So shout out to COCO for her rant today. Now, Adrian, I've been watching Swaggy Love Media for the last 2 days. You've been going off.
You've
been playing baseball now. You've been slapping shit crowded fit. You like the Atlanta Braves and the Dodgers. What we talking about today? Think I know what you're gonna start off with.
What you think I'm gonna start off with? What you want to start off with?
I'm gonna let you lead it, because I don't want to say the wrong thing. So I'm gonna let you start it off.
Okay, well, we got the Playboy thing out of the way. I know the vaccination thing, we're kind of it's like beating a dead horse at this point, wherever the direction that's going in. Kyrie, I kind of want to real quick like send a prayer out.
That's why I
for
thought
him.
you're gonna start out with the Kyrie about how they're putting the narrative out there now that they don't know if Kyrie, they trying to make Kyrie to be a bad guy for his choice. So when they do the fuck shit, it makes it like Kyrie the one who actually did something wrong. So that's why I want to say that because
what happened?
Okay, so well, AJ, you tell it. So because it's your segment, I'm sorry.
I mean, well, we all gonna have input. So
yeah.
Well, with Kyrie, they're kind of sticking him out there and utilizing him as a tool. He's refusing to get the vaccination. And so it's come up that if he does not get it soon, they're going to have to fire him from the team. And they don't want to do that. But I think it's horrible. And
because
I think
he only be able to play half the game. He only be able to play on the road. Won't be able to play because New York is not giving him a special exemption to play home game without the vaccination.
Right.
Yeah, they get fined. Well, they said they were going to fine him for all the.
So why that can't be his choice? Shit. If he just want to
so technically all the vaccinated people can get sick because he's not vaccinated. So he would be the one that would make everybody sick.
Ma'am.
Because while they all vaccinated and he ain't, they'll die and he won't.
Ma'am. The vaccinated people giving out COVID more than the unvaccinated people. So what are they talking about?
Not
so you're eating again on the show.
I don't know that statistic.
The show is dinner time.
Okay.
What'd
you
Go
say,
ahead,
we sorry. Go ahead. She disrespecting. Go ahead. We the one ghetto eating fucking chicken strips in the middle of the fucking show.
Chicken nuggets, but did we say anything when you had that whole big ass piece of Popeye's chicken thigh going in on the show?
You were jealous.
I was.
Yeah, but tonight we having collard greens, cornbread, baked chicken, and rice. You know what I'm saying? With Popeye sweet tea. Go ahead.
Your router or Wi-Fi? Okay.
Yeah, go ahead. So listen, I want you to touch on the Kyrie thing, but I also want you to touch on the big controversy dropped today where the NBA and the FBI arrested 18 former players, supposedly defrauding them
for the insurance
for $4 million.
Yeah.
Now, I'm gonna let you start it off. I got something for their ass.
Well, tell us about. I didn't read that story.
Okay, so what happened was
you didn't read that, girl.
So the NBA and the FBI have arrested 18 former players and charged them with things like wire fraud, defraud, just bullshit. The NBA has to prosecute after they have knowingly injected these players with bullshit ass drugs. What I don't understand about the white man is that they can do shit, they can inject you, they can force you to play, they can force you to get a fucking vaccine, all this shit. They never get no charge. A nigga get an extra $1,000 a month. He facing 20 years in the Fed.
After they don't make you
knowingly put players on the field with substandard helmets and gave motherfucking concussions. Goddamn, just say our brain was so fucked up he committed suicide. Not one person has been prosecuted. No charge has not been failed.
You know why?
The thing in America that pisses me the absolute fuck off is,
you know why?
It's always convenient to lock niggas up. When something go wrong, they want to lock niggas up. When he gonna lock these motherfuckers in charge up? Why the motherfuckers at the top never catch the heat?
Because they own us. That's the thing. Like I was talking about last week, they own us. That's how they look at it. They look at it like we're their property. So when you sign up and you playing these sports and you playing these, but they're giving you a lot of money. But at the same time, they're looking at you like you're their property. So now we can tell you what to do with your life, and ain't shit gonna happen to us. Even if what we're doing to your life is putting your life at risk and in jeopardy, something happening to you, it don't matter because you belong to me. But as soon as you do some shit to me or you try to do some shit, yeah, I'm gonna send your ass to jail. You gonna pay.
Kanye West take a lot of heat, but he call them out on their shit. You try to keep motherfucking people in the new age slavery, which means like these motherfuckers, we really are plantation workers. Cause we fuck up, they chop off our foot, which means they lock our ass up in them prisons. Did you know right now the most homicidal time in American prison history is going on right now? More black men are dying in prison right now.
Yep. Yep.
They're damn near on the fucking streets. It is a war zone in prison, and they're trying to send all us there. Some got to be fucking done. I'm sorry, Agent.
Yeah. No, I mean, you're absolutely right. I think, and that's why I've been saying for the last couple of weeks, like we've seen a lot of things, and we're also getting ready to witness our first revolution or uprising. Because one thing about any person, just like how the gay community can take their stance, and when they back is against the wall, you come out fighting. And one thing about black people, when you start reading them historic stories, it might have only been a few black men, but the majority they went up, whatever they were fighting for, it was remembered forever. And what you're getting ready to end up seeing, the same thing is gonna happen again. I'm almost just kind of at a loss right now for the stuff that's going on, because it's like everything happening, you can complain about it, and it doesn't sit well with my spirit if I'm trying to stay motivated and positive. Looking at, like, I had to take today, or I just couldn't read no news today. Because I'm so over it. I'm so sick of it. And it's like everything I was starting to put up on the site, it was somebody got killed, somebody got caught, somebody felt this. It's all negative. Like, I purposefully spent 3 hours yesterday looking for a fucking positive story, and I still have not found one. And I think that's sad. And then what's really making me mad is these bored ass fucking thumb gangsters at home. And that's what was happening this week. Like, you're so overly opinionated about what somebody is going through or what they're talking about. And so, like, example, we was talking about Moneybag Yo and Ari and how she got on that land and all that. Well, she did have somebody else asked her a better question about them. Like, what is it about you two that everyone doesn't know? And so then she said that one of the things they do is that they pray together. And so naturally, it was like, oh, you taught them, so you.
Dang, it was getting good.
I keep hating on them.
Okay, I don't know what's going on with my internet today.
Okay, good. You said,
but anyway, she was saying, no, actually, he introduced me to prayer. So again, like I was saying before, we are so quick to want to pass judgment for what we see, and then we think we're right, that you don't even know what's going on. So now that goes back into, like they say, two people who pray together stay together. So as a black person, we all are born into trauma and go through some type of statistical issue in our lives. So maybe they're getting through their stuff together. Maybe he is talking about his trauma and his adversities, and she's sharing hers, and they are building a bond. They just haven't gotten married yet. So maybe her buying in the land wasn't a dumb idea, because maybe they're talking about marriage. Maybe she will be his wife in 2 years, and that will become their land. So our opinion really does not matter. It doesn't matter. And that's what was happening all this week, people with opinions. But I just want to tell some people, like, it's cool to have a thought. But like, when you start really digging all in and acting like you got your fucking PhD in what you're talking about, please. Because just like going back to the Playboy thing I put up, one man talking about, Hugh Hefner did a lot for civil rights and for black women. First off, we ain't talking about no civil rights or black women. We're talking about a man wanting to be on a cover of a magazine that's supposed to be just for women. I mean, what women in there for men to look at, not for you. And I mean, people really believe what they think. And so now my conversation, be it I'm vaccinated or not, that's not what we're disclosing. But what I'm saying for vaccinated people and unvaccinated people, my conversation is this. Before you go yelling at me about a decision somebody else made, I made, or that you made, come to me with your information and your proof of a seminar you went to, a Q&A you sat in on, a doctor that you know that answered the same questions I'm asking that you yelling in my goddamn face about, that I'm supposed to know the difference. Because when this stuff happened, we all learned it at the same time. We all learned it from the same place, television. And that's
I just want to know one thing about you vaccinated motherfucker.
TV and the radio. Y'all ain't went to no professional nothing.
I want to interject. I want to ask you vaccinated motherfucker one thing. I've been in Atlanta for almost 2 years. Then this shit been going on. Motherfucker been partying, making babies, having a good old time.
Sure have.
I ain't heard about no new AIDS cases. I ain't heard about no gonorrhea.
No, the flu. No one gets that.
None of this shit. So you telling me all nature bacteria done turned off, and now it's just corona?
Yep.
I want to tell you something, good people. We've been hoodwinked. We've been fooled.
Bamboozled again.
I'm not saying if you want to get the vaccination, that is your choice. What you decide to put into your body. If I don't, it's just like having sex, right? When you lay down with somebody, you can put on a condom or you don't. If you don't wear rubber, you know, 3 things can happen. You can get away scot-free, you can have a baby, or you can catch a sexually transmitted disease.
Yeah.
But that is your choice.
Right.
Yeah.
So
that ain't my business.
That's not my business. I hate when dudes have sex with girls, but like, why they whole trick? I'm like, damn, you wore rubber and everything? Nah, I fucked the raw. What? Nigga, what? That what happened. You get up in there, you feel it. You got what about you feel it when it about to happen. You got a choice. You can stay where it warm at, or you come back outside. Same thing about this about life and shit. We all stayed in the house, trying to avoid everybody, and guess what? Motherfucker was dying. Motherfucker was dying and every goddamn thing. You feel me?
Yeah.
Right? Now everybody active out here, goddamn, having a fun. Motherfuckers still goddamn. So my whole point is, they trying to do this shit to discredit what they really doing with this fraud shit. They just locking up motherfuckers every fucking day for all this fraud shit. I just got an alert on my phone. One of the girl from the basketball wire and just got her motherfucking ass. I say this, man. Y'all be careful out here, man. Now they saying anything over $600.
Yeah.
Any transaction that was $600, the feds want to report on that money. So you telling me the FBI, Department of Treasury, the IRS got enough motherfuckers in their database, in their system to handle every $600 transaction in the biggest country financial structure on fucking earth?
The crazy part, though, Big, is if
hold on, I'm not finished. So listen, now I finished on Instagram yesterday. I said, damn. At Walmart, they got the Red Cross got survival meal packs in Walmarts and a lot of candles and shit out. I said, man, that probably just got up. I went to my Walmart street for my motherfucking house.
Warning.
Guess what the fuck is out there? Survival packs. I don't know what the fuck these folk planning.
Wow.
But they planning something.
Rolling blackout. We're gonna be out because I'm gonna tell you something. That shut down from social media, people really damn near lost their mind. And if that social media being down for 6 hours disturbs you in any kind of way, you have a mental problem. And you need to let that go. You need to start putting yourself on a timer or gauge how much time you spend in this social, because people really felt like their world had crumbled.
But you know what's the scariest part about that, though, Adrian? This is how most of us are communicating and getting our news, right? And lately we've been so used to getting news and shit like quick, right? But if they shut down that shit like that again, you know how easy it'll be for them to do whatever it is they might be trying to do. You know what I'm saying? And we have absolutely no clue, because most of us don't communicate with a lot of people outside of social media. You know what I'm saying? Like, most of us aren't connected outside of social media, so shit be going on and we wouldn't even know it. We sitting in here looking crazy, you know. And I feel like what I was gonna say to you, though, Big, is we so distracted. Again, I'm gonna stay on this distracted thing. We're so distracted. They're keeping us busy with all this stupid shit, with COVID, with the vaccine, with this gender fluidity, you know, all this gender shit, all this. It's like they keep us arguing and mad about all this other shit when it's stuff that we could be doing. Like, if we came together, if we really came together as a people and we were using our power to really get people in office or even make changes, they wouldn't be able to do the shit that they doing. Like this whole $600 shit going into your bank account and all that. They wouldn't be able to do that if we were really together fighting against that shit. If our focus, if it was enough of us who focus was really on that, but we not doing that. It's like we might talk about it, but then at the same time, like most of the people, we put more energy into this bullshit. And that's what they want us to do. Stay focused, stay arguing about the bullshit while we over here making laws and doing shit to plotting and planning and gonna fuck all y'all up. Cause y'all over here worrying about goddamn if this a man or a woman, and you know what I'm saying? It's like, and then I hate to say it, but you gotta think like, and I don't know, this might sound like I'm stereotyping or whatever, but like that the LGBTQ community, I feel like they are strong and good and persistent when it comes to trying to get things, laws and different shit passed in their favor, right? I feel like the government tries to distract them and keep them busy fighting us over stupid shit, because if they were more focused on the bigger issue too, you see what I'm saying? It would help stop a lot of shit that's going on in the government, the stuff that they're trying to change and the stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like if they were focused on real laws, I feel like they're trying to distract everybody and keep us busy while they saying up with their old master plan or whatever it is they're trying to do.
Yeah, like we keep talking about the debt we're in, but yet they found $6.3 billion to aid the Afghanistans, but then the Haitians, you want to kick them out when that's a country that saved America. Like, right. I mean, saved our asses. So it's like, wow.
That's a situation where, like, somebody, they been fucked up, you know what I'm saying? They need some groceries, you buy them groceries, and need help with their little money, you give them shit, Soon they get on their feet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They forget they owe you money. Then you forget. I'm like, damn, no, they don't answer your calls, and now you're lame, and now you're like, damn, you know what I'm saying?
You bothering me for that little money.
Yeah.
That little money.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That little
I'm gonna give you that little money you got. I'm gonna give it to you.
Oh, okay.
I just feel like at the end of the day, we have to move forward on what they're trying to destroy. Is a network, which means we have to, this is the first generation that has been taught in a long time ownership and leadership. You know what I'm saying? This is the purpose, good people, of Allison West J Media, of the media show. We want to give you news we want to give you the unadulterated, what's that word? Unadulterated truth. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. From our perspective, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. We want, we want to have those tough conversations. We want the news and what's going on, what's really going on, what we really care about. Not what because you watch the news, you'll think that black people are savages. You'll think all our women are out here acting wild and crazy, and that's not a real representation of our community. You know what I'm saying? And our children, they're dying in the streets. They're being taught that gender fluidity is something we should have to accept. It don't matter if you're a man or a woman. You know what I'm saying? Our kids going to prison for long. They're locking up. Now they're locking up the kid. They're locking up the goddamn mama. America need a fucking counselor.
Yeah, for real. But you know what, Big? You just brought up something. I was online again, going back and forth with the someone about the teen that was bullied. Well, they say they was bullied in Texas. The teen that shot and killed the guy. Well, not killed. Ooh, let me take that back. But shot at the school because they say he was being bullied or whatever. But my thing was, that's a sad, unfortunate situation. I'm totally against bullying. I don't agree with bullying. But I also don't agree with guns either. Like, but a lot of people were kind of like, when I went to, because I go to little pages just to read and see what people are saying, me being distracted, but I go to the page and I saw the young man that got killed, who they say had been doing the bullying. And like I say, like, even if he did it, I feel like I'm not saying that I'm rooting for him, because I feel like it's always going to be repercussions for your actions. So and it's like Adrian said, we don't know the full story. I don't know everything that happened, who was bullying who, what was happening. I don't know. But I feel like in this situation, I feel like honestly both boys are victims. You know what I'm saying, of this system. You know, people were saying how his mom, they all on his page, you know, and some people were saying stuff about this little boy who's still laying up in the hospital, saying stuff like, you know, he deserved because he was bullying, da 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 da. And like I say, I'm not on either side because I feel like they're both victims. But it was people attacking his parents, saying stuff like, you know, his parents, I blame the parents. Everybody's saying they blame the parents. And something that I realized from working with troubled youth in the past, you know, and I want to get back into that, but a lot of these young men, like, or kids, first of all, you say blame the parents because his social media look like XYZ. A lot of the parents don't know what these kids' social medias look like. That's why the kids use these weird ass names for their social media. Their name might be XYZ dot 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 underscore X. You know what I'm saying? Like, so a lot of it's not like the parent can log in and see, oh, this is my child Instagram. A lot of people don't even know what their child Instagram look like. Trying to check your child phone, I did that with my kids for a while. I did it with the twins, like when they were growing up, and I did it with Maya for a while. That shit is a full-time job. Trying to check your kids' phone, especially with all
that's
this
what
shit
we have to do, though.
But
in
listen,
order to save our kids, what we have to
time
do.
out. But you have to consider this. You saying that's what we have to do. I did that, and I'm telling you that shit was a full-time job. On top of the fact, you got to consider a lot of these parents of these troubled kids. A lot of these parents are over fucking work and underpaid, right? So that's the system, because they got people out here. You got parents out here who working their ass off, tired as fuck, ain't making no money, trying to make ends meet. By the time someone working 2 jobs, someone might be working 1 job, but just fucking tired and stressed out with everything going on. By the time you get home, a lot of these parents don't have the energy of what they need to get to these kids. So now the kids
so our kids died. Our kids just died. They died.
No, the kids are neglected because of that. Or you might have parents who are addicts. You know what I'm saying? You might have parents who have mental health
COCO, ain't gonna lie, this sound like a bunch of excuses.
It's not. This reality though, Big. This is reality. You one of those people who looking at it like just like this is the reality of it, and it's a systematic thing, no, Big. You got to think about that shit is the system. It's not an excuse. I've lived it. I'm living in that shit, and it's not an excuse. Hell, I done did the best I could with my kids, but I'm telling you, I feel like for many years I have been overworked, underpaid, stressed the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? And I've done the best I could for my kids. Like my kids not out here acting crazy doing shit. My son at one point in time, he did get into some trouble. That ain't because I was a badass parent though. Right. You see what I'm saying? It's like you can't avoid everything. This is it's the shit that we live in. You know what I'm saying? It's this world we live in. And that's that.
Hold on, let me interject.
I feel like you can't blame all.
I want to share something.
I want to share something. Kids.
I want to share something, okay? You know, I am a parent who child did get into some real trouble. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of feel like, I know what I'm saying. It's like when you in those situations, you know what I'm saying? When you in those situations as a parent, being
I was working, going to school and doing all that too, but at the end of the day,
hold on. Let me get. Hold on.
Okay, there's one more thing.
Flabbermouth.
No, one more thing I gotta say is for Georgia Peach and myself, and even you, Big. Some of us, we have to be thankful that we had the strength, and we are able to do. Everybody ain't built the same. You can't compare everybody the same. So
what I'm saying is, let me tell you something. As a parent, I do not make excuses for parents. The reason why is because, hold on, let me talk. Let me make my point. Hear me out. It's called listening. You're a counselor. You're supposed to be a great listener. So, as a parent, I don't like making excuses for parents because they give kids an excuse to do the shit they do. You feel what I'm saying, right? Regardless of how much we did as a parents for our son, he dropped the ball on our watch. Regardless if it sound good or not, we fumbled. We didn't do enough. Plain and simple. In order to correct the issue, it has to be somebody has to take responsibility for those actions. Children's minds are not developed or not seasoned enough to make some rational decisions. Sometimes they do stupid shit. And I think if the family structure was more together,
But it ain't.
Hold on, let me finish. Hear me out. If the family structure was more together, meaning more two-parent homes, if the woman can really just focus on raising the children and not have to worry about the stresses of being a mother, you know what I'm saying, and trying to pay bills and working all that shit and focus on the kids, we know from history that produces better citizens, that produces better people. But when video games, music, and the niggas outside are raising and have more influence on your children, America, this is what happened right now.
Yeah.
I want to say something to the little boys that got shot. You didn't understand. Sometimes you keep pushing the motherfucker to the edge, your ass could die.
Yeah.
You could die. That's because that's something your mama and daddy didn't teach your ass. Because when I grew up, I violated. My dad and my mom demonstrated on my, let me know, your ass a die fucking playing. Because the people in the street not gonna play with you. Huh?
Yeah, you gotta. I agree. It's consequences for your actions. But Big, I feel like Big, you thinking like a lot of these folks out here who just thinking generally like of course if people had two-parent home, but the reality is
I'm not thinking of you. I'm thinking about we need to stop making excuses about this shit, and we need to figure out what's the underlying issue with our community. Because get what? Our children are the one that motherfucking dying. Our children are the one going to prison.
The underlying issue,
but it's not our fault.
Yes, the underlying issue
that our children are dying. It's the world that we're
growing up in. Yes, and it's like
the world we're in.
So let me tell you something. It's not our fault.
We have people getting locked big. You just said yourself they locking men up for nothing. So now, these are men that aren't in the home because they getting locked up over bullshit.
We need to separate ourselves from their system. We need to separate ourselves from the system.
The same amount of money at a 9-to-5 job. No, bitch. They can't make money at a 9-to-5 job, so they might be out here hustling or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Or they might get caught smoking a little weed or whatever, get locked up. At the end of the day, like the reality is we don't have two-parent homes. We don't have a lot of parents. We've already said before, ain't nobody grow up in no perfect household. White, black, whoever. Nobody grew up in it. So everybody has fucking issues. You know what I'm saying? Everybody going through some shit. So these kids, if a parent ain't got it to give, like you were blessed. You came from a two-parent home. I was blessed. I didn't come from a two-parent home, but I came from a family who nurtured and supported me and was there for me. Even when I fell off and had a child early, I had the support of a family. Everybody don't have that shit. You got some people whose families got caught up in that drug epidemic back in the day. So they didn't have the support of moms and grandmoms and aunties and all this other shit because they strung out. You know what I'm saying? You have a lot of people who didn't come from the same shit that we came from. So they don't know how to navigate.
What's the solution then?
We have to find a way to reach these goddamn families and really help families who don't have that full support. Like going into like when I've been thinking about getting back into the school system, trying to not actually working for the system, but like speaking with my former principal, and I want to start doing groups again with the kids at the school. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's important to start working with these youth, helping them understand, learn how to deal with their emotions. You know what I'm saying? Help them to understand, or help them to explore and understand the shit that they've been through, the shit they might be going through in their household, and make sense of it, and you use basically find their gifts and talents and use them in the right ways. You know what I'm saying? Maybe reaching out, making programs to reach out to help these families, parents who don't know how to.
Let me be devil's advocate for a second. Is it too late? Can we say
it ain't never too late? Now, I'm not gonna say you can help everybody. We might not be able to help everybody, but I feel like each one teach one. You help somebody, hopefully they can help somebody else. Yeah, because there's some two-parent households that's fucked the fuck up. You got people.
Well, I don't think anybody black really is suffering because they didn't come from a two-family household. One thing, if you want to understand what's going on and create a solution, Like you said, listen and start paying attention. Quit
Right.
being so quick to want to interject your opinion on something you are not knowledgeable on, and your Black history is one. If you understand this government, they've done way more than try to force us to get vaccinated. Look at all the other shit they have done. And everything has always been planned, and it's been systematic with them. Even if you go down to our living, when it came to living and the projects was being built, apartments, people, was supposed to be a temporary situation for you to be able to afford to save money so that you could go and buy a house. But what is happening with apartments year by year? The rent goes up. You got to get another job. Now you working 2, 3, 4 jobs to pay for an apartment.
Right.
So the government has already removed the American dream from you. That's not your fault. That's not my fault. It ain't people who listening fault, and it's not our kids' fault. You fall victim to the system and whatever they set up. And every time they set up something new, we're trying to readjust ourselves so that we can stay balanced and stay in the game. What's happening is, it's like if you walk in a tightrope and somebody starts swinging, you're going to be able to keep walking. Hell no. Now you hanging on. So we are fucking hanging on to something that it ain't our fault.
Right.
We just trying to get through. It ain't our fault about COVID, but we got to get through. The people who aren't vaccinated got to get ostracized. They got to lose that. I mean, we're demeaning a lot of people. We're doing that too. So it's not one person doing something to the other. It's this government that's using, all of us are puppets in America. Every single last one of us, even the white people, they're puppets. If you want to pick a wife, because it is children who have come from great family households still get killed. Still, let's just look at Britney Spears. She was a phenomenal artist when she was out there singing her little heart out, dancing away as a kid coming up. She was the most entertaining and beautiful. Now, what are they doing to her? What have they been doing to her? And she's telling you what's happening. But what are people doing? They on there judging her. They don't even know her past. They don't even know her story, her hit. They just looking at what she's doing now. And you think she's blessed? That girl is in trouble. That is Amy Winehouse all over again. All over again. And is that her fault? Them her controllers. We have controllers. You on mute.
I don't know about that. I think that might be a little over the line. I think that might be more conjecture than actual fact.
What's that?
When,
that she's closer to Amy. She's Amy Winehouse. She's been in counseling and rehab for the last 20 years. She's had her father.
Did you see the interview when she said how you get up working 10, 12 hours, 7 days a week? People is literally draining her blood from out of her body, and she looks anemic as hell. So listen, this is what I'm gonna say. One thing you cannot do is think your perspective on how the world runs is how it really runs. Because then we get into, when you start getting into cults and all that other stuff, how you think that shit is operating? It ain't operating from a group of 6 men just sitting around. Who's the sacrifice? We got a lot of kidnapping going on. We got a lot of murdering going on. We got a lot of people, mental thing that's just breaking the hell down. And if you want to, listen, what I want us to stop doing is, first off, don't even blame yourself. And like you said, what's the solution for my household? Not what's the solution for the world. What's the solution for my household? Because as one of the
that's still opinion based though. That's opinion based though, Adrian. Go ahead. That's opinion based though.
Okay.
It is, because I mean, you got
right now everything is an opinion, and
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So the thing, like, I'm not disagreeing with nothing what you're saying. I'm just picking back on the points that you're saying. Is if you're saying one point, then we gotta understand that we're all giving an opinion on something. They're gonna be different. They're gonna be different ways that we all gonna look at it. You know what I'm saying? But the fact of the matter is, discussions like this and shows like this are going to start the dialogue, which causes the action to make some type of change. Or something we all agree something has to be done.
And this is something I forgot to say before, but big.
And your necklace is beautiful.
Going back to what we were saying about the families and the shit, and why I feel like it's a system thing.
Goddamn,
the system has been put in it. They've been trying to break up our families forever, because you got to think, when they were taking moms out,
and they never will.
When they were taking mamas out the household to raise their kids as maids back in the day, and breaking up our families, mamas ain't at home to take care of her family because she over here taking care of their family. And I feel like now the difference now is we gonna keep mama working. She ain't raising our kids no more, but we gonna keep her working these little cheap ass jobs where she's struggling and got to work overtime in order to care for her family, and she's still not present in that household. And I feel like fathers too. I feel like kids need that. But if you draining parents and taking that away, kids kids need love. They need attention. They need discipline in order to thrive. Like, and if the parent ain't there to get them that, then, and you got a lot of parents that don't understand that shit. I didn't understand that until my kids were a little older.
Yeah. I mean, we all are living splintered lives, if you will.
Right.
And you just have to, I don't know, it's a lot that you got to do. And I really feel like what could and should be done, I just don't see us as a Black culture and as a whole connecting to get it done. I think we are more comfortable with complaining. It's easier.
Yeah.
You don't have to use any energy, just your thumbs and your thoughts.
Yeah.
It doesn't require any action. And this is why they're able to get away with stuff, because we're not causing any action.
The crazy part is, I think most of us are comfortable with complaining because we don't believe that we can really make a difference.
No, you're comfortable with complaining because you know your lazy ass don't want to make a difference. Because if I really wanted to get out here and make a change or a stance, if I can sit here and complain online, my thing to ask yourself, while I'm sitting here complaining about this issue, what am I doing? Am I coming up with a solution, or am I now being part of the problem? And that's where the over opinion start coming, because it's like, well, what are you coming up with as far as a solution to change anything?
And I feel you, and I hear what you're saying, and I feel like, yeah, some of it could be laziness, but I feel like a lot of it too, Adrian, is people, because most people like that. A lot of people don't believe in themselves. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't believe in their powers and don't believe that I have a power to make a difference. A lot of people don't even know.
Great job, government. Great job. You made the most powerful people feel weak. They've done a great job.
Okay.
I mean, that's what they do. That's what.
Okay. We can talk about that subject. We can talk about that subject all night long, but you know we got to keep the show going. To pivot, people, let's stick together, try to move. But listen, you know we ask people to hit the DM.
I had somebody hit me with a topic.
What they say? Because they might have hit me with the same one. What they say about being a single mama?
It's a like a little dilemma. It's like an opinion dilemma.
Oh shit, they're gonna be good. Well, I'm gonna go with mine first. You come with yours second, okay? So Adrian, I'm gonna get your opinion on this. There's a thing going out now that says, is dating a single mom selling for less for a man?
Is it
a single mother considered selling for less for a man? Since it's already a pre-established family. Let me tell you something, and I'm gonna say this. Not
you say what? Say that again.
Is dating a single mother settling for less for a man, considering the fact that it's already a prefab family?
He doesn't have any children either.
No.
Is it settling for less? I feel like
when men start stepping up to the plate and being men, we'll have that conversation. As far as women and single parents, they are the mother and the father, unfortunately. And that's just a statistic. I can't change the man. How many times you gonna say it? The man is gonna have to change. Now, is he any better of a man if he does not get into a relationship with her because of a kid? What happened? Now, we just talking about the village. So did he just say fuck the village? I thought we was just talking about help the kids. Now he wants to figure out, is he settling? If he feel like he's settling, take your ass back where you come from and settle in your couch and be alone for the rest of your life. The problem is, I don't know what perfect life anybody thinks we're supposed to have, but the life you have is up to you to make it perfect according to how you want it to be, period. So if somebody, and especially a man of today, I'm not comparing the man of yesterday when it used to be some, but the men of today, if you ain't stepping up to the plate or doing half the shit that they used to do, minus the other stuff, what are you settling on?
Coco.
Because when you look at men here, just take this point. Mm-hmm. The statistic here in Atlanta is one man, there's 20 women to one man. And that's okay.
That's why I said team polygamy in me.
If he's settling
team polygamy in me,
woman because she got a kid by somebody else.
Let's help these women find good men.
So
Coco, what's your opinion on this subject?
No, I feel like it's stupid, because how you settling based on her having kids? Like, you should be focused more so on her as a person,
His
individual.
daddy didn't raise him.
Because my
daddy
thing
didn't
is
raise
like
him.
it's
So how the hell does he get the right to
you
choose
talking
if
about
he
settle for less, but it could be a woman out here who got kids and she's a good ass woman. You know what I'm saying? Gonna take care of you, do everything what she need to do, taking care of her business, ain't asking you for shit. You got one, and then you go out here and you might find a woman with no kids who ain't doing shit, looking for you to take care of her, looking to ride your train. You know what I'm saying? And ain't worth shit. So it's kind of like, how can you? I feel like that's kind of like a dumb thing for one. I wouldn't want to do who even thinks that way. If you basing it off of what this lady.
I want since I'm the only guy on the show, one actual born a man on the show.
All right, and that's why we love you.
I want to say this. I'm not gonna lie. There are a lot of guys that I know and friends that I have. They are skeptical with women who have children because they feel like you know what I'm saying, being a step parent is really, really hard, especially in today's time. Being a step parent is really, really hard. And
well, I mean, if he's not ready for fatherhood, just say that, but don't say you settling.
But aren't we kind of contradicting what we was just talking about? Kind of. I mean, we were talking about two-family household. Now this motherfucker trying to figure out if he's fucking settling.
Hold on one second.
Are you serious?
Right.
That's. I don't know. I need like a 5-year, which I'm on my break from now because men are just disappointing as hell right now. Is Biggs gone?
No, I'm still here. I just
Oh, okay. Did he leave us?
I don't have any underwear. I don't have on any lower bottoms, so they want to.
That was something we didn't need to know.
But yeah, so back to my point, being a stepfather is one of the hardest jobs on earth. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of guys shy away from that because how difficult it is to mentor some of the guys that are going to be men and relate like.
Well, a lot of them gay now. I said a lot of them about to be gay now because damn near everybody.
It's crazy. So we say, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy. It's crazy. But listen, our guest just joined in, so we're gonna go ahead on and bring in our guest. We got Charlotte Jr. Joining the show. So Coco, please behave.
I'm always behave.
Lo, what's up, my boy?
What's going on, man?
Welcome to the media show.
Hey, welcome to the media show.
I got my co-host Coco. She was at the shoot with us. We got my other girl, Adrian. She our gospel girl, man. Thank you for taking time out your busy schedule to join us on the show tonight, man.
No problem, man. It's all love, man. So I thank y'all on that for having me.
I appreciate it. We just got a question from one of our viewers that said, we're going to ask you this question. They said, for a man, is dating a woman with kids selling for him? What's your opinion on that?
You said if a man is dating a woman
with kids, is that selling for him?
Are you settling?
Will he be selling for less?
I mean, you necessarily wouldn't be settling for less. It really depends on what that woman got going on. Like, you know, if she already, struggling and you coming in and trying to save the day, yeah, you settling. But if she got kids and she's still taking care of, her bills and she's great and she okay, then you not settling because she can sustain without you.
Right.
Absolutely.
That's exactly what I said.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So would you agree? What's your name? Because I don't want to be calling you Shawty Low Jr. Big.
He named after his dad like a real government name. They got the same name.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, they government name. Yeah.
Carlos Walker Jr. Carlos Walker Jr. Same thing.
Yeah.
Okay. So look, would you agree, piggybacking off of what you just said, would you agree that it's possible for a dude to be settling for less if he dates a woman without kids who ain't got shit going on?
Yeah. Well, that depends on if that guy got something going on and that woman don't, then yeah, he's settling. But if he don't got nothing going on, she ain't got going on.
Okay.
He ain't.
I
Okay. I
totally,
like it.
I totally agree. I totally agree. My opinion is, I feel like being a step parent is one of the hardest jobs on earth. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not knocking on nigga who don't want to step into that if he know he's not gonna be able to handle. Because it's hard. You know what I'm saying? To father somebody else's child. You know what I'm saying? But if you built for it, you know what I'm saying? Like me and my stepson, you know what I'm saying? We got a good relationship. You know what I mean? So I only call, I only you the worst. I just say my son. You know, to me, my son is just, you know, he a prefab. So Charlotte, you know what I'm saying? We thank you for joining the show. We want to get into we want to get to the history. We want to ask you a few questions, find out what you got going on. You know what I'm saying? Things of that nature. So my first question I want to ask you is, how is it being like in the legacy of your father? How hard or difficult have you seen trying to navigate through this industry, like by being Charlotte Jr.?
I mean, it actually hasn't been hard, but the thing that I've learned is to, be my own boss, So I started my own label. I got
Mm-hmm.
my own clothing line, and basically with being in this business, you know, I that I just got to ask a lot of questions because it's a lot that I don't know. So I'm not afraid to ask questions and learn. That's why I'm taking my time with the process. So, so I can learn, and I can be the best person for me and the people around me who I feel like I can help and provide and opportunity to. So, I really don't find it hard because it's a lot of people, who reaching out, who want to support and help me get to where I gotta go because they want to see me win because of that, he touched and he helped a lot of people, and he paved the way for a lot of people and gave a lot of people opportunity. So, by him not being here, they want to, pay their respects and stuff to me, or they just want to help because they want to help. Who knows? But either way, we gonna take it and goddamn, yeah, man, they gonna roll with it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, so by your father being an Atlanta legend, a street legend, what are some of the lessons that you learned from him? What's some of the stuff he taught you? You know what I'm saying that you implement in your own life as a man. You know what I'm saying in this industry. I'm pretty sure by your father being a great dude, he gave you some real good game. What's some of that game he gave you?
Yeah, just always being, 100, keeping it silent. Just say what you mean what you say, but just always, be watchful of the people.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They might be a coward or they might be a snake or a lame or whatever you want to call it, and they believe them. You
Yeah.
got what I mean? Don't try to say, well, maybe it was like this and they did it because that. Nah, they showing you who they really are when pressure or different circumstances come about. So now believe them. You do and just always go for what I want, and don't really depend on nobody unless you have to. But at the same time, don't be afraid to ask for help when you need it because everybody need help throughout life. But nobody just got strong, just super strong. Everybody needs somebody at some point in time in life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He left you with some real jewels.
Dad was just solid, a solid dude and a solid person overall. Just like with his like the way he think, the way he stuff, the morals and stuff that he have, and just how he carried himself, and that's how I model myself after him. Just being solid, being humble, and just helping anybody I can. Along the way.
Okay.
Yeah. And that was his dad. His dad had that same energy. I remember
Yeah.
when we started back in the day, we started this DVD magazine called the Buzz DVD. And your dad was he was the first interview. He was like, "Oh yeah, come and interview us in D4L. We got you." So you know how we do interviews. Interviews is usually an hour, maybe at the longest. That was a 13-hour interview. When I tell you that camera came on, I mean, and it was the whole day. And we went from the studio. They went in there rapping, had me damn rapping. I don't even rap. I mean, it was so much fun. But it's like 13 hours. I'm gonna see if I can pull that tape in digitally now, get it done, because you would enjoy all 13 hours. It was hilarious. And it was when they first opened the studio over off on Old Bankhead.
Mm-hmm.
When they first went over there. But yeah. So that's how he was though. But he was just like, "Oh, it's your new magazine. Y'all getting it started, but we want to help." But he was definitely always in the forefront of helping other people. So that is his spirit, definitely. He definitely was more than just an artist or a rapper. So yeah.
COCO, you got anything to interject?
No, I was just gonna say I'm just listening to him. I know I saw you at the shoot Saturday, and I did just seeing how you carry yourself, listening to you. I didn't get a chance to really talk to you on Saturday, but like I say, seeing how you carry yourself and listening to you now and how you speak, and you know the things you said that you learned from your dad, and hearing the different projects and the things you're working on. I was gonna say I know your dad would be very proud of you. Hell, I'm proud of you, and I don't even know you, but I love seeing like our young black men out here doing something positive, you know. And it just seems you do. It seems like you got your head on right, and I wish you much success. I feel like you're gonna go a long way, and like I say, I know you're making your dad and your whole family proud.
Yeah.
Thank you.
What separates you? I mean, like we know, okay, like everybody know you started those junior son, right? And you know, it really hasn't been a junior come in the game that make a big success. You know what I'm saying? You know, it seems like people always shun. I gotta ask you the tough questions, you know, just be real with you. People always shun on the kids trying to come behind the dad. You know what I'm saying? They feel like silver spoon type shit. What work ethic you put in to separate you from all the other kids that trying to come in their father's footsteps?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I mean, I'm really just taking advantage of the platform and the foundation that he built, you know, and that's why I do what I do, and the type of music that I make, my dad didn't necessarily make, you know. I love music, but I never thought about making music, you know. I just recently started rapping the early part of this year actually. So the type of music I make that's gonna separate me from my dad, but it's still gonna be me keeping the legacy going and keeping his name going. But as far as me and my music, you are gonna be able to tell the difference from him and me.
Okay. I'm glad you said that, because I was wondering if I was gonna ask you, is it like, do you have the same style or flow as your dad? But I see you say it's totally different. So when you say it's different, is it more so like the type of music, like as far as how the genre ish type, or is it just the flow? Okay.
Genre, because I got like some R&B songs, some pop songs, you know, just outside of rap also, but just showing that I can reach a different genre and a different crowd of people.
Okay. So can you sing?
I don't sing, but you know,
you know, he talking about the melody all the young boy doing now. The melody. You know, she 50, man. She 50. She don't know how it go. We gotta teach her. He talking about how everybody do the melodic, like the little.
I know, but you never know. You don't know. He might have could sing. You don't know.
No, I know his music. Now, Junior. The question everybody want to know is, now we know your dad is one of the biggest niggas ever on the street side of Atlanta. You know what I'm saying, right?
Right.
Do you consider yourself a street artist?
Do I consider myself a street artist? Yes and no. Yes, because I can talk about it and I've seen it, you know, because I was there when dad was doing his thing and stuff. But no, as in the sense that I wasn't out there like that. doing what he did. So
Yeah.
yes and no.
Okay. Yeah, because go ahead, Coco.
No, this was something totally
Because
different.
because I was gonna ask him. I was like, because like Low was like the big boy, the big dog. You know what I'm saying? Like you being his son. So what was it like growing up? You know what I'm saying? And being Shawty Low's son.
I mean, the Shawty Low before rap or after rap?
Which one? Did it say before
Oh,
rap?
I would like to hear both. Like, what was the
Yeah.
difference?
Before rap, that was Shawty Low, the street guy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So, just being around that type of lifestyle,
Yeah.
just staying in the trap all day shit as a kid. You know what I mean? To like, like we ain't going home to 4, 5 in the morning. Like,
Yeah.
Jay's at the door, you got dad with the money counter, you doing this, doing that, serving people, this
Yeah.
person, that person, high speed chases, him get chased by the police, shootouts, drive, just
Uh-huh.
A real movie.
Right.
Damn.
His volume on out.
We can't hear you. Go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah, we hear you now.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you better now. You were saying it was you were saying like that we heard was shootout
Okay,
and
yeah, because a phone
high speed
call, yeah,
chase. Mm,
yeah, because it was a phone call coming in. So you just got to
mm,
think about all that as
mm,
a kid. Like, my
mm,
like let's see, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years, like those ages, I was seeing stuff like that.
mm.
To versus him being the the rapper. He already was. My dad was a millionaire before he turned 19.
Yeah,
So but just seeing that, but seeing how he transitioned and he still implied, and pushed his hustle and his grind into the music. He honestly didn't take the music serious. He bought the D4L studio for his artists. Fabo, Moot Beach, Stunt, Jimmy, Front Street. He bought the studio and he was doing that for them. But they pushed him to rap because they felt like people would want to hear his story more because they already know about him being the street guy.
yeah. Do your family
So,
still own that studio?
nah.
Okay.
Can you see me?
Uh-uh.
No.
Hold on. Let me see something. Try it now. I don't know what happened because a phone call came in and it messed up everything, man.
Yeah. Just keep talking. Don't worry about it. We got your name on there. It's all good.
Okay, cool.
Right.
But
Go
just
out and back in.
Mm-hmm.
just him.
You say let him log out and come back in.
But he in the
Okay, hold
car.
on.
Don't worry. Go ahead. Go ahead. Keep going. Go ahead. Mm. Damn, he did it anyway. Hey, hold on. Let me we come back in, I'm gonna add him. Hold on.
He ain't driving this. I don't want to drive.
No, I'm saying I think he driving. Okay, let me find it, y'all. Oh, damn, computer cord.
Oh. So I mean, I'm learning a lot because I honestly, I knew I like Shawty Lo music, but I didn't know much about Shawty Lo the person. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't.
And you know why? Because back in those days when his dad was alive, all you could mind your business. All you needed him for was his
With
music to
music,
listen
that's
to.
all.
We went into
Okay, we
people's
got you back, my boy.
like
Go
we
ahead and
want
finish
into
the
people's
story.
business today. That's why.
Right. That yeah.
Hello?
Okay, but just him converting his life over, and doing the music and stuff and getting out the streets. You know what I mean? That allowed him to be a better father, to us and spend more time with us, like shit, man, the quality time versus us being there while
Mhm.
he handling his business. We
Right.
actually got to spend quality time. and take trips and get to know each other. And, you know what I mean? And just do normal stuff. You know what I mean? Versus me and like me and him in the car, and then the police get on there behind us. He tell me to put on my seatbelt, and then we going on a high speed chase. Just stuff like that. Just life, just different. But that molded me into the person that I am today. I've seen both sides, so I know what it is to struggle and not have, and I know what it feels like to have it all. So that's why I'm humble, and I'm not arrogant or just conceited or feel like some son of a son. I'm this and I'm that. Nah, that's why I want to. That's why I want to help and give back and do what I can do to give people opportunities to help change their life too.
I love it. I mean, okay. I love it.
So, youth wise or organization wise, are you doing anything in addition to the businesses that you have? Like as far as working with kids or
Not just
not
yet.
yet?
Because I'm I'm still trying to get my label and everything right,
Okay.
and stuff. So just getting that paperwork and still learning the ins and outs of
Yeah.
the business. So I'm doing that part now, and then
Okay. To keep you busy.
so yeah, so like once I feel like I know enough to move on to the next thing, then I'll do it.
Okay. That makes sense. Yeah.
Okay, so like you say, you in the studio. You've been working on a lot of music. I've been seeing you. I think when last shows, I probably come check out. You was at KOD a couple months ago, but we were still recording shows, trying to get it calm. So, what you got coming up next? What you working on now? When the new music coming?
New music. I'm actually about to drop another single, but
Mm-hmm.
I have I have like 3 or 4 songs out right now. Bricks is out right now. I'm With It is out right now, and
Mm-hmm.
Every Time featuring me and Schoolie is out right now. Those are
Yep,
my
yep,
3 singles that I got out. But
yeah.
it's other people that I have did features with that they have put those songs out too. So 3 singles that I put out, and it's 2 by other people that I have did features with. So that's five songs out right now. I'm going to be at Freak Meet Saturday. I'm giving a tribute to my father and also introducing that fan base or that audience to me and to my music for those who don't know. So I'm be doing a tribute to him. Monday I have to go to Dallas, so I'm be in Dallas from Monday to Wednesday, and then I have to go to Detroit from Friday to Sunday. So I'm just constantly like moving, trying to connect the dots where it makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where can people find your music?
Um, Anywhere you can find music,
Okay.
Yeah.
Apple Music, iTunes, Spotify, Deezer, Tidal, YouTube, everywhere.
Okay. And what's your Instagram tag?
Shawty Low underscore Junior. That's SHAWTYLO_JR.
Okay.
Okay. So now, the other D4L. You know what I'm saying? I always see you. I see Fabo fuck with you hard. I see I see you with Stunt. You know what I'm saying? I see you with Front Street. I don't never really see you with Moon B. Is there an issue there, or y'all just now be on the same wavelength?
I mean, nah, it's never no issue with none of them. We speak to each other. We got each other number, but you know how life go. They
Yeah,
doing their thing and I'm doing mine. So it's
yeah.
like it's no bad blood. Everybody just got their own thing going on in life
Okay,
right
okay.
now.
Yeah, yeah. I like to hear that. I like to hear that. Bad family, you know what I'm saying, sticking together, man. Like I say, man. So it anything like, man, we want to get to the shit that we ask everybody to come on our show, see if you're a real nigga or not. You ready?
All right,
Fried chicken or baked chicken?
fried chicken.
Cabbages or collard green?
Cabbage.
See that, Coco?
Collard greens now.
Yams or peach cobbler?
Mm. Mm. Peach cobbler, man. Peach cobbler.
Is yams a dessert?
Not really, no.
Ah,
Hey,
Come on, man. You know yams are dessert,
it's
man.
not a dessert. It's a side, bitch.
Favorite wing flavor.
Lemon pepper.
Who got the best wings in the city?
Who?
Ooh, who got the best wings in the city? But that's a good one. I don't know because I really don't be going to too many spots. But I'm gonna say I would typically go to the American Deli.
Okay, the
Oh no,
AG,
no,
the
wait.
OG.
But King of Diamond do got some fire wings now.
I heard that. I got to get in now. I heard KLD got some good wing down now. You a drum or
Hey,
flat
bless
nigga?
him.
You fucking with the drums or the flats?
Shit,
he eat them
both.
all.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you. Yeah, both on
Ranch or blue cheese?
that.
My bad.
Ranch.
Favorite Future album?
Ooh, favorite Future album. Ooh, but that's tough. That's tough, bro. Cause Future, my favorite artist.
Yeah, I know.
He thought, yeah, I know. I'm gonna say I do go. I don't even think Beast Mode was really an album, but I'm gonna say Beast Mode.
B Mode, the one that brought him back. You know what I'm saying? You know
Yeah.
that's a classic. We go with that. Now, I usually ask your favorite Outkast album, but what's your favorite song from your daddy?
Man, I was gonna ask that, bitch. Dang.
My favorite song from my dad.
Yeah.
Birds.
Okay. Mine is done it all.
Right. Okay.
I fuck with that done it all. Now, man,
I
hey
tell
man, we thank you, man. You know what I'm saying, for taking time out, man, coming on our show, man. There anything you want to leave our listeners with?
Man, everybody, just always keep grinding. Don't never give up, but also don't never be afraid to ask for help or ask questions when it's things that you don't know. You know, it's power in the things that you don't know. So always seek new knowledge. Yeah. Always seek new knowledge. Damn. Just always strive to, learn and be a better version of yourself, and always look to help people whenever you can, because you don't know when you need help. Yeah. And you can
You know
follow me
what?
at Charlotte_Junior.
He got me over here smiling like a proud mama or something. I'm saying here like you, I'm so proud of you, man. And I know you doing your dad like great justice for doing a great job. Your parents did an amazing job with you. I want to thank you for coming on the show because like I knew your dad's music. I grew up like on the music, but I never really knew much about Shawty Low. Like I never like Adrian was saying, we didn't have social media, so you didn't get to kind of get into people's lives like that. So I just knew his music, but in this short interview we just had, I learned a lot about your dad just through speaking with you right now. And you showed me a different side of him, and I feel like now I'm looking at it like he was a great man, and he did a great job with you. So yeah, I'm proud of you, and I wish you much success, and I thank you for joining in.
Well, I'm asking where J Media.
It's your girl Coco.
Your girl Adrian with Swaggerlicious Media.
We got that boy Shawty Low. Junior, you know what I'm saying? That is. Thank you for joining the show. D4L for life. You know what I'm saying? We thank you for joining the show, man. We'll see y'all Tuesday. I got another special guest coming. Huh?
Okay.
It looks like it.
Tuesday, we got my computer's about to die. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to end like that, but I ain't actually explain all that. But we're gonna see y'all Tuesday. I just got another prompt too. Shawty Low Junior, thank you for joining the show. Coco, thank you as always. Adrian, thank you as always. Hey, remember, cash up at the media show. Get Adrian internet fixed. Okay, we gotta fix it. And we need to get Coco a wig or a weave or something.
Really?
We tired of seeing her with that hat on.
Well, we need our boss to pay us some more money.
I know.
Hey, look, gotta go, Charlotte. They begging for money. Gotta go. Hey, Lo, man, I appreciate you, man. I'm gonna hit you up, my boy.
Nah,
Anything
it's
I
all
can do to
good,
help you,
man.
man, always hit me, man. I'm gonna hit you. You got me?
He got it.
No
You heard me,
problem. That's
Lo?
all good. I think I'm
Yeah, man, I'm gonna hit you. You hit me. All right, man. We out, man. See y'all that week. See y'all Tuesday. Tuesday.
We didn't get
We'll
my
have strippers
topic
on here
though,
Tuesday.
Big. I'm gonna have to talk about my topic Tuesday that they sent me.
Okay.
Y'all tell Shorty Lo bye.
Bye. Yeah, he out. Go ahead. Matter of fact, go ahead and get in. I got 4 minutes.
It's gonna be a sec. Okay. So somebody wrote in with this question or a topic. So basically, they were saying like, and I'm gonna use me for instance. I'm the person.
Me
okay. So someone left an item, a bag, a purse, a bag at my boyfriend's place of business. The person lives close to my job, right? So we made an agreement for the female to pick her bag up from my job, right? She never came to my job. It's been a month or 2 months, almost 2 months since I've had the female's bag.
Hold on. This story seems really fucking familiar. But go ahead.
It's been like a month or 2 since I've had this female's bag in my possession. The female never came and picked the bag up from me, but she reached out to my boyfriend, and now she wants to meet my boyfriend to get her bag. So should I be concerned with that? And because I felt in my situation, I would kind of be questioning in that shit. I ain't gonna lie, because it's kind of like if you left it with him and you could have came and picked it up from my job. First of all, why would you leave it for that long? Why would you leave this bag in?
So what you do, sweetheart, is you get her address and you send it by the mail and send her the tracking number, and it'll be there in a few days. That's what you do. We not doing all that specifying who you want to deliver. He don't work for fucking UPS, FedEx, or DHL. So go to the USPS and mail her shit, because whatever is in there, she doesn't need it.
She really don't. But I guess they want to know, would you be concerned? Is that something for you to be concerned about?
No, I wouldn't. What you need to do is, instead of wasting time figuring out what could be or what may not be, know what you're going to do. The solution is, since you don't want to get it from me, you're not going to get it from him. We're going to send it USPS, and here's your tracking number, and it'll be at your house in a few days. And we're done. Ain't nothing to think about.
I agree. Well, so if it were really me in that situation at this point, if it was a bag that they left and if she ain't had that shit in a month or 2, obviously she don't need it. So at this point, I wouldn't even care about giving it to her. Like, honestly, like her trying to meet my boyfriend to get it is like, no, I'm not. I would look at him like, no, why are you taking her? Because if she needed it, she could have been came and picked it up. So why are you gonna go out your way to waste your gas and waste your energy to meet her to take her to bed? Like, if she really needed
to come
it,
pick it up. She left.
Right. She would have came and picked it up. She would have been. But if she ain't came and picked it up, and if she ain't came by now, hell, we could have disposed of it. You don't even know that we still got this shit in our possession at this point, because it's been like a month or 2. So obviously you don't need it.
Sound like a woman need to be focused more on other shit than that petty ass shit to me. That's my opinion. Like, that's something we ain't worried about that. You know what I'm saying? Sexy red, that is not. She's not sexy red. No, she don't want a man.
I mean, and that's what I.
Nah.
Honestly, I'm gonna say this. I'm not gonna say I don't think necessarily the man is doing, and I'm not gonna say he's up to no good and not doing nothing. But I would side out a female, because I would feel like she is like what's up. I would feel like it was something more with that female.
A man would do the same thing. A man would do if you left your workout bag with your trainer, that's a sexy ass built man and all that, and suddenly, midnight, I need to run back and pick up something. Don't think his ass ain't either hopping in the car or about to drag you from his bed.
Right, he wouldn't be cool with me.
To wait for you to get your shit, but it ain't you going to get it.
Right. So I feel like that would be in either situations. Yeah, but I wouldn't trust the female. I wouldn't.
And it's not even a matter for how many women make advances at him. It only matters his response to that advance that's being made.
You're
That's
a
it.
smart girl.
Right.
You're a
If he don't
smart
say
girl.
shit-
And listen, I tell women all the time, don't no woman want no man that don't nobody else want. Now we good people. We are.
No, wait, big.
No, don't no woman. Don't no woman want no man who don't know how to goddamn handle himself in situations as such. Like you said, as long as you know how to handle your damn.
Hey man,
self.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this, but I'm gonna say when that week. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say when that week, but you know, let's just hope that the woman got her bag back safely and they can move forward as a couple. Ain't nothing to be worried about.
Left
because
that shit on the curb.
at
Right.
the end of the day, real players don't play no way. Now we good people.
Corny.
That's fuck. That's fuck.
And then we good people. Whiskey out there. They want to sit on here and bash men.
How are we bashing men? That was the topic. You're like, what are you talking about?
Bash men.
Y'all please tell a friend and tell a friend and tell a friend. Y'all please keep sending us topics and giving us topics to discuss.
Let's a topic where the woman doing some shit wrong sometime. We'll see y'all Tuesday. We got Scripper coming on the show Tuesday.